Don't worry about where I'm looking, by the way. I'm trying to look at my notes from what you said. First of all, can you just say who you are and what your job title is, please?
Yes, I'm Leslie Newton. I am the Deputy Manager of Inverness, Badenoch and Strathspey CAB, with particular responsibility for welfare benefits.
What do you see? You're at the coalface on this. What are you seeing?
We're seeing a lot of people that are extremely frustrated about the maladministration that UC has brought about. We are really seriously disadvantaged by the fact that we can't have a dialogue directly with the local government departments, because the consent aspect is significant for us. In years gone by, we were able to have, with the client consent, a one piece of consent, rather than this continual requirement that every time you make a conversation, call or email, you have to have an up-to-date dated consent form. And it becomes extremely frustrating to try and resolve things on the client's behalf without their involvement on a very regular basis. And a lot of our people are either working or they are very, very sick, and they can't be at our beck and call. And also, we don't really know as to which day we're actually going to be able to deal with their issue. So, and you can sometimes deal with more than one issue at a time. So the consent thing's a big thing for us. The actual process of how UC is administered is very, very difficult for the clients to understand. And in particular, when they're asked to have very detailed IT knowledge, they're having to have access to IT equipment, they have to have a good understanding of how you input typing skills. I mean, not a lot of people can actually type fast. And also, when we heard today at the meeting that, they're putting journal entries on there and they're being completely ignored.
Citizens Advice Bureau have a long tradition of helping people, speaking on their behalf. What's different about universal credit that means that you can't speak on people's behalf?
Because the government feels that we need to empower people far more, and that people need to be able to sort out their own issues. And regrettably, there are a lot of people who cannot do that, just do not have the wherewithal, the confidence, don't have the understanding of the complexities of this benefit. I mean, I struggle with it. I have 25 years experience with this organisation, and they are really asking a lot of people to be able to fully understand what it is that they are asking for. Mistakes are being made, and people are not being able to fully understand how they can solve these.
We've heard also about problems of languages and the use of interpreters, and the sort of experience that's being described, and I don't know whether you pick up on this, is almost there's a suspicion about people claiming universal credit, the suggestions that interpreters are prompting them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, we have a lot of clients who have not got English as their first language, but they are workers. They are entitled to benefits, their families are entitled to benefits, and yes, we do have to support the client in trying to explain via the interpreter what the question is, and in some instances that is treated as perhaps feeding the client's information, but we are just trying to make the system far more simple than it currently is, so that the translator who is with us either on the telephone or in the room, telephone's much cheaper than in the room, and that's another thing. The cost of this concept is being picked up by local authorities, and their interpretation bill is escalating out of control because of the amount of time we're having to spend dealing with these issues.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.